What is going on, Straight Talk About Life listeners? I appreciate all of you for joining me on today. I thank you so much for joining me, actually. If you're listening to me over on my Feel the Beat web radio station, thank you so much for joining me this morning. It is 6 a.m. in the morning. And if you're up this early listening to me, thank you so much for your support. If you're listening to me at any other time on any of my other platforms, I appreciate you for joining me as well. I'm actually on 10 different platforms. I won't name them all today, but you can pretty much find my podcast anywhere. Just type in Straight Talk About Life and you should find my podcast. So I'm also starting to get active again over on YouTube. So you can catch me on YouTube. You all can I probably have links. I think I do have a link in my description. So, yeah, you all should be able to find me over on YouTube. Um, yeah, so basically today has been a really, really good day. I was able to finally get some rest, some much needed rest. Feel like I didn't get enough, but hey, I'll take what I can get. I was gonna record earlier, but I decided to take a nap first and then get up. So I'm actually proud of myself for making that decision because I would have been actually too tired to do the episode. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm good now. Um, I want to encourage someone on today to be careful. Be careful of the family and friends that you surround yourself with. Be very careful because everyone is not happy for you. Everyone is not rooting for you. And just because you share the same blood as them does not automatically mean that this is going to be your biggest supporter, your biggest cheerleader, and they're going to have your back. That is not always the case. Sometimes your family members, your friends, close friends actually, will be the first ones in line to stab you in the back. Now, no one wants to just sit around and think that you have a snake in your corner. No one wants to just sit around and think like that. But realistically, if I'm honest, it is the truth. Most of the time, a lot of the times, we have them and we don't even know it. It's like sometimes we'll be the very last ones to know this. Sometimes everyone else around you can see the foolery. They can see the hating, the jealousy. They can see all of that. But for some reason, because we love these people so much, and we value these family ships and friendships and relationships, we are the last ones to get the memo that this person does not like you. Even the person that's laying next to you at night can be the ringleader. They can be the main one rooting for your downfall. They could be the main one setting you up, talking about you behind your back. They could be the main one. But if you have the power of discernment, sometimes you can call them out. Sometimes you can pick up on things before they even take place. And sometimes we can have discernment, but still don't use good judgment and still let things go over our heads and end up in bad situations. Because sometimes we think, okay, I know that this person loves me. This person would never hurt me. I trust this person. Sometimes we think that way because sometimes we're just good hearted people. We just are. I used to always see the good, and I still do. I still see the good in everyone. But when I was younger, I thought, people just could not do wrong. I know that's so naive of me and so silly at the same time, but it is my truth. I just, I had high hopes for everyone. And even though I was hurt so much in my childhood by people that were supposed to protect me, even though I was hurt so much by people that were really, really close to me, friends, I still saw the good in everyone. I just wanted everyone to just be good people. But I found out the hard way that the people that are the closest to you, the closest to you, will hurt you before anyone else. And that is so sad to me. And I guess because of the way I am, the way I've always been, I just wanted people to be like me, I guess, you know? I just wanted people to treat me like I treated them. And I'm not putting myself on a pedestal and acting like I'm all of that and I'm the first coming of Christ. I'm not putting myself up there. So don't think that at all. That's not what I'm doing. But I've always been a good person. I've always seen good in people. I've always helped people, went outside of my way to help people. If I saw someone hurting or doing bad, even if I was doing bad, I still tried to figure out a way to help them. That's just always been me, which is why I was able to get played, which is why I had people playing in my face and playing in my energy my entire life. Because some of them did see me as gullible and, you know, a pushover, stupid, all of those things that, they looked at me and saw that as dummy. I guess I had dummy tattooed across my forehead. They saw all of that. But through going through the things that I went through with those individuals, it molded me into the person that I am now. I'm still that person. However, it's really hard to play me in that manner, if that makes sense. My discernment kicks in a lot quicker. I can see you and I can see your BS before you come up, if that makes sense. And it took a long time for me to get here. It took a very long time, actually. So I'm not the same person that I was. However, I still have those same qualities. And no one can take that away from me. I'm not going to change as far as that, but I know how to maneuver. I know how to maneuver. And I think it's just so sad to me that there are people out here in the world that just want to prey on people that are kind hearted, people that just want to help people. There's people out there that just want to prey on us. Why? Why? I just don't get it. And I don't think I ever will. Because life is so short and there's so many other things that you could be doing with your own life than be than to be sitting up playing people and playing with their hearts and trying to get in their pockets It's so many other things you could be doing. You could be working on your life, working on your career, working on your craft, getting your mental together. You could be doing so many other things. And those same people that are out there doing this to people, those are the main ones that don't believe in karma. Karma is so real, you guys. It is so real. And nowadays, it doesn't take long for karma to come back on people. I've seen it. It don't take long at all. Sometimes when you think about karma getting someone, you think, well, somewhere down the line, they're probably going to receive their karma. No, it's happening days, weeks, months. It doesn't take long to come back. So the moral of the story is, people, please be careful how you treat people. Don't play people. If you really, really don't love them, don't want them, don't use people. Let people go, let them live their own lives, let them move on and find the person that's for them. Don't hold people up. That's so wrong to do that. That's so wrong. And if you don't, karma is going to get you. It really is. So, yeah, just be mindful. Look out for your neighbors. Check on the elderly people, especially now that is the holiday season. Like, so many of our elders don't have family. Some of them have family, but they don't check on them. And it's so sad to me. It really is. And that situation just popped in my head because I personally know of a family right now. The elder in their family is 90 years old. She just turned 90 years old. She's so sweet. So, so sweet. Sweet lady. Um, she says she's my grandma. She's so sweet. And I don't have grandmas here anymore. My grandmothers have passed away, so that touched me when she said that she's my grandma, and made me feel um, a special type of love for her. So it hurts me and it bothers me that her family um, are basically using her. You know, I it's terrible. They don't really check on her like they should. Um, they're running through her money, and that's not my business. That's not my place. But I do know it's wrong. Um, you know, it's wrong to use people like that, especially when they've worked their whole entire life and they've gotten to 90 years old and they've seen people come and go. They're still getting around, still in their right mind. She's still in her right mind. Um, I think it's wrong to treat her the way they are because she should be really enjoying herself right now. They should be giving her the time of her life right now, especially with the amount of money I heard that she has. They should be really giving her the time of her life and letting her enjoy things and traveling, but that's not the case. And I can't just speak on people's families like that, but I'm just making a general statement that I think we should take better care of our elders. We should love on them and treat them better. If you have grandparents or great grandparents that you have not seen, you haven't called them in a while, please call them. They may put up a front and make it seem like, it doesn't matter if you call or not or whatever. It matters to them. Trust me. It matters. Sometimes they're lonely, and a lot of them that are stubborn are not going to they're not going to come out and tell you. They'll rather tell someone that's not related to them or, mention it a time or two in a conversation. But they get lonely. Sometimes they just want to see your face. Sometimes they just want to hear your voice to feel like they're not forgotten about and to feel like someone cares. So please keep that in mind this holiday season. Not just the holiday season, even after the holiday season. Check on them. I wish that I could call my grandma right now. I wish I could. I used to blow her phone up, calling for advice and different things when I became an adult. I used to call a lot. I used to go over there a lot. Even towards the end of her life, she even lived with me for a little while before her children came and took her from me. But I miss those days. I miss having a grandma. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Or not even a grandma, you guys. If your parents are up in age, just check on them more. Check on them. Ask them if they need anything. Just tell them you love them. Yeah. But I hope everyone within the sound of my voice is having a really good day. I mean, I always try to turn any negative situation into positive. And I really hate using the word try, but I try to, well, there I go again. I turn the negatives into positive, no matter what the situation is, no matter who it is that is coming at me or going out of their way to make sure that my day is ruined. Sometimes I do find myself smiling at them. Sometimes I'll even laugh. And when you do that, sometimes it'll confuse people and make them wonder, like, what is going on? What is wrong with her? Why is she smiling? Why is she laughing at me? So, excuse me, you guys. Sometimes you have to laugh in certain situations. And I always like to say, I have to laugh to keep from crying. I've used that for many years. Like, some situations are just so terrible. Sometimes I want to just cry. But then on the other hand, I feel like I'm all cried out. Like, I can't cry about the situation. So what am I going to do? I'm going to turn this negative into a positive. I'm going to think happy thoughts. Think about a happy place that I would rather be right now in this moment. Or I'll just break out into a prayer. Of course, to myself, not out loud, but those are some things that will always work and get me out of a negative situation when I'm dealing with negative people. And oftentimes it just seems like people know when you're working on yourself, when you're trying, well, not trying, but when you're being positive, when you're not the same person you used to be, when you're working on becoming your higher self. Sometimes people know this and they can just sense it. And it's like they just say, you know what? I'm going to go mess their day up. I'm going to tear it up. It just seems that way. Because it's like, I know good and well I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm staying away from negativity. I am being positive. I'm thinking happy thoughts. Even the things that I'm reading is positive because I'm inviting that positivity into my life. That is exactly what I'm going to give out so I can get it back as well. So, how in the world is this negative person trying to interrupt my peace? It's a test, you guys. It is a test. Sometimes I say it's a test to see if I'm really serious about being positive or if I'm serious about the things that I speak about, if I'm serious about elevating, becoming my higher self, being a better person. That's all it could be. So whenever you're tested, don't feel defeated. Keep fighting, keep going. If you can remove yourself from those negative situations, do so. And I know sometimes it's not that easy, and we actually cannot escape the negative environment. For example, if you're at work, you may not be able to just walk off the job. I mean, I get that. That's your livelihood. You probably would want to. Certain situations may make you want to say, you know what? F this job, and I'm about to walk out. But realistically, we can't do that, you guys. We can't do that. We have to remain positive and do the right thing and say less. Sometimes you have to just let them talk and you just sit there and just stare at them. Let them get it all out and just say, okay. Nod your head, shake your head, whatever you got to do, and just let that be that. But don't allow people to get you out of your zone, out of your element when you're trying to be positive. Don't allow people to win. Don't do it. You win. You have control of the situation entirely. You have complete control over the situation. And that's why I said a second ago, you can walk away or you can just be quiet. Sometimes that quietness will drive them crazy. So actually, sometimes that'll make people act up even more if you're just letting them know that you're not going to fight with them, or you just sit there and let them talk to themselves and just argue with themselves. It'll drive them crazy. But that's not your problem. Your situation and requires you to protect your peace. That's the only thing you're required to do. Protect your peace of mind. And don't allow them to get you out of your element and have you yelling and screaming and acting ignorant along with them. Don't do it. And I say that a lot because I actually utilize that a lot. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do find myself engaging, but 90% of the time, I don't. I don't. I'm a work in progress. And hey, it just depends on what's being said. It depends on what's being said. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I hope this episode, something in this episode, encouraged someone to stay positive no matter what, no matter who's trying you, no matter what the situation is. You have complete control over everything. Okay. The first thing you do is protect your peace. Don't allow people to get you all anxious and worked up. They're not worth it. Because at the end of the day, when they're done acting a fool, they're going to go about their merry way and you're going to be all upset. Probably have your blood pressure up, probably be angry. Your day is probably now messed up. Like, nobody is worth all of that at all. No one. So, no matter what it takes, you guys, protect your peace. Okay. And on that note, I am going to go ahead and end today's podcast. I would like to thank everyone who joined me on today. If you took out time out of your day to listen to me, I appreciate you. If you're new here, thank you for coming. I really appreciate you for giving me a chance. And hopefully you'll come back. If you can think of someone that could benefit from this episode, please share the episode with them as well. And I'm going to go ahead and list some of the platforms that I'm on just for the people that don't know. I am on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and TikTok. If you are on any of those platforms, please follow me. You can also subscribe to my podcast as well. The fee is $3.99 a month. I would appreciate each and every one of you for joining my team. It would mean a whole lot to me. Um, it actually shows me all of my followers. It shows me everyone that is subscribed to me and all of that. And I will personally shout you out as well. I'm going to always say thank you. I mean, that's not going to change. I always say, and I will continue to say that the people that support you, you should always thank them. Never get so high and mighty and, you know, thinking that you did this on your own or whatever, and you forget about the people that help you get to the point that you are. Never forget them. Always say thank you. So, thank you guys. I want you all to go out there and make the most of today. Have the most amazing day. And tell someone you love them. The Most High loves you so much. And guess what, you guys? I love you too.